Concept 2, evaluating expressions with zero and negative exponents. So evaluating expressions just means we're going to be substituting values for variables and then multiplying two terms together. Okay, two or more terms together. So this is a type of problem you'll see. All right, you've seen this type of problem before. Now we've just got a negative exponent. Okay, so x to the negative third for x is 6. Substitute in 6 for x. 6 to the negative third is the same as 1 over 6 times 6 times 6. Or 6 times 6 is 36 times 6, 180 plus 36 should be 216. 216th. Let's make sure. 6 times 6 times 6. Still got it. Okay, so let's go on to this next one. We've got a little bit more going on. We've got two variables, and we've got some other values. So keep my parentheses. 2, y is 3, so 2 times 3 to the negative second times 17 to the 0. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 to the negative second is going to be 1 over 6 times 6 times 17 to the 0 is 1, so that won't matter. 1 over 6 times 6 is going to be equal to 1/36. Okay? Alright, so now let's look at something a little more complicated. You probably won't see anything with this many different variables, but once we plug it in, it should not be that hard to figure it out. Okay? So our first step is just plugging it in. When I have a situation like this, I don't have parentheses to start with. I'm going to put parentheses around the value that I plug in that's going to go into that variable. So I have 3 on the outside, and then parentheses, my x is 2, to the negative 4, times parentheses, z is 3, to the negative third, and then a is 5, to the negative 7th, to the 0. Okay? So, if you remember your properties of exponents, a power to another power, alright, so anytime you have an exponent that's then raised to another exponent, you're just going to multiply those together. So this actually shakes out to 5 to the 0, because negative 7 times 0 is 0. Okay? 3 to the negative third is going to be 1 over 3 times 3 times 3. Okay? 2 to the negative fourth is, let's see, 1 over 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and then we're going to be multiplying that times 3. Okay? And I'm actually going to put parentheses around all of this just because it's all multiplication. It doesn't matter what order I do it in, but it's going to be easier for me to, I think, figure out all my fractions and then multiply it. Okay. So we've got 1, we've got 1/27th, and we've got 1, 4 times 4 is 16. Anything times 1 doesn't matter. So I have 1/16th times 1/27th. 16 times 27. 432. Oh, I'm going to need this some more though. So I've got 1 over 432, and I'm multiplying that by 3. So I'm going to try and factor that out. So I'm just going to divide by 3. Alright, so that's going to cancel that, cancel that, and I'm going to be left with 1 over 144. Okay, so not too bad.